So I'll be the facilitator, not to say I'll be the facilitator for this event this morning. Yeah? So I think as a start, I would like to do up the event. As a start, maybe a big introduction about Dr. Azlan. If you see his CV, I can say he's really the lead expert. He's currently the regional director, you can see, VP, Vice President for Global Operations. Okay, Mattel. I think he's in lead manufacturing in early 2000, maybe. So he's very much. So we're talking about the high end. So he developed a very interesting thing was. He developed a smart manufacturing for the master operation in China to the level that the China government wants to benchmark what he has done and to give money to his factory so that the other Chinese company can learn. Right? So that really woke me up. It's not easy for a Malaysian to be able to do something world class that the China government wants to benchmark so that the other Chinese companies will be able to learn. And luckily the company was very open, so I don't know more than that, so I think you can share. He wrote a book and his network is all global. So we talk and talk and talk. I told him, why did you come back and do something? So I think that's why he's here. It's not easy to get him, but he is to come and support us. So I think with that, Dr. Azlan, I would like you to maybe share a bit about your thought and all that. Yeah? Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, when we talk about smart manufacturing, we are talking about smart manufacturing in relation to Industry 4.0. How many of you are familiar with what is this? Okay, how many of you are familiar with Industry 4.0? How many of you are not familiar with Industry 4.0? Okay, alright. See, what we are experiencing today is the advancement of Industry 3.0. I have gone through the era of fax machine. Before the fax machine was the telex. I don't know how many of you are in my era. I'm sure Professor is, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so we have seen how the telex have become a fax and how fax machine today have become emails, right? And this transition did not happen overnight, but it is an advancement that was happening year over year. And all this advancement, what are they doing? They are creating higher and higher level of customer intimacy. If you look at what has happened in banking industry, what happened in banking industry is not about Industry 4.0, it's Industry 3.0. So if you have looked at banking industry, we have to take the book, go to the bank and do money transaction. You want to take out the money, also you have to go to the bank. Now we go $50,000 nak pergi bank juga. $50,000 pun kena pergi bank juga, nak transfer pun kena pergi bank juga. Remember that? And you got to take the number and all that. But today, you can transact from your laptop. You can transact from your home. This is already happened 5 years ago. More than 5 years ago, I think almost 10 years ago. This digital advancement already happened 10 years ago. So today, if you go to the bank, you see very little people. And whoever going to the bank, they must be having some problem. Either they're not paying up, or their credit card is having a problem, or some problem, or they want to do some big investment. Only then you go to the bank. If not, you don't go to the bank, right? Even your check also, you can just bank it whenever you want, wherever you want. The money, you want to draw the money, you don't have to go to the bank. All you have to do is go to ATM machine. I'm sure UPM also have a few ATM machine. You can draw at UPM. You don't even have to go to the bank. So therefore, The whole automation that happened in banking industry, what has that created? That have reduced a lot of time for the customers. So now I can do banking at my time, not your time. Because all the while it was the supplier's time. Who is the supplier? The manufacturer. A lot of us, all of us here are suppliers. We all have customers, right? Anybody here don't have a customer? If you don't have a customer, that means you don't have a product, right? Or you don't have a service, right? So therefore, if you go to the bank today, we can say that the bank actually reduced cost by automation. I would say the bank automated to make the consumer's time so much more valuable. Reduce the time and reduce my cost. And the quality of transaction, now it is all through internet. Will the mistakes happen? No more. There's no someone sitting down writing a slip of paper. So you can see what industrialization has done in the banking industry. The reason I'm picking a banking industry, it is something all of us use. If I pick something else of what I am doing in my industry, I think I will confuse you about the advancement of technology and what it does to the consumers, to the customers. So when we talk about, in fact just now we were talking about a TM also. In fact, I do a lot of this thing. I just walk in and see what is my customer experience. In fact, just now I was talking about the customer experience of TM. Today you go to the TM, the customer experience is totally different. You can see immediately, people coming to you, attending to you, giving you so many options. What is your plan? And then they give you option A, option B, option C. What do you want? And then even if you have a problem, you complain 101, you make a complaint. Immediately after 1 hour, somebody calling you. Is your problem solved? Then the next day, another person calls. Is your problem solved? What does this do? This brings the customer closer. Why? Because the technology today is pretty maturing. In fact, I would say the technology maturing already happened 10 years ago. That is why today the banking industry is what it is today. Now, if we take that and map it into manufacturing, where are we? Right, in fact, I think I'm one of the first one to bring in a robot in Penang, I think, especially in the northern side. That was like more than 15 years ago. The first robot that I was trying to implement, but I think maybe Professor Legawa would. Okay, so what has happened in manufacturing industry today is extremely important, and we need to understand that. And what else are we going to do in the manufacturing industry? Okay, so we are talking about, if you don't know about Industry 4.0, I think you will by the end of my talk, and we can always talk more because I only have given 30 to 45 minutes to talk. In fact, normally I will talk about this 3-4 days. Okay, so we are talking about successful implementation because Industry 4.0 has become a tagline. Are you Industry 4.0? You are Industry 4.0. Are you doing 4.0? So as a result, the boss nak tahu, are you doing Industry 4.0? And then the boss will ask you, what do you do? How many million you want? There are companies. In fact, the other day I had a friend call me, hey, my boss is allocating a budget of $2 million for me to go into Industry 4.0. But what is your objective for going to spend this $2 million? No, Industry 4.0. Wow. Kenapa you invest Industry 4.0? Dia tak ada objective, tak ada mission. But he's going to do this. So I'm going to talk about some of the basics of Industry 4.0. In fact, just now what Prof was talking about the factory that I made in 2015, we created a completely connected factory. And that factory, from China, I can operate my machines in Jakarta. And from Jakarta, I can operate my machines in Penang. From Penang, I can operate my machines in China, all vice versa. Right? And we have a running robot that runs like pretty long distance, it's much taller than its ceiling, right? It runs and manages all the machine, the job management system and all that. So that was 2015. It's not today. So today we still don't understand Industry 4.0. it is sad. Because in a world where Google is readily available, in a world where internet is readily available, you know who is your best teacher today? It's not your teacher, it's the Google. Always I ask these young engineers, they come and say, oh, Dr. Azlan, I don't know. What you don't know? You know what is the biggest university in the world? If you don't know, go and see Google. Google is the biggest university. You get information immediate. Apa ya tunggu professor nak jawab ke, lecturer nak jawab. See, why are we not using all this? Why are we not internet savvy? Why are we not digital savvy? Why are we still going to the bank to do bank transaction padahal benda tu boleh buat kat rumah? I still have friends, right? I mean, 40 still running to the bank, trying to do a lot of transactions. I said, do it here. So, it is, our awareness is extremely important. What is Industry 4.0? Right? Industry 4.0, there's a lot of elements I'll talk about shortly. And this is the journey that takes into smart manufacturing. Smart manufacturing is about bringing all the Industry 4.0 technologies together. Right? And if we talk about today, the reason why smart manufacturing is possible, because there's a lot of standardization has happened in the automation industry. Today you want to do cloud computing, afterwards there will be another speaker who will be talking about it. You don't need a big hard disk in your office. It is all done in the clouds. Then the question is, macam mana computer boleh ada kawan? So these are the things we need to understand benda-benda ni. You have no choice. You have to understand. IoT, oh, Internet of Things. Apa benda ni IoT? Oh, connecting all these things. Oh, okay, macam mana kita nak connect semua ni? Komputer A, komputer B, komputer A boleh cakap dengan komputer C. Macam mana semua ni? Kalau tak tahu, you can look up at which university? Google. Ada benda tu ada. Tak sampai 5 minit. You know everything what you want. Right? Okay, then the same thing when we talk about like let's say big data. Those days, not analyze data bukan senang. Because the data is so much, you cannot even, I mean, it's not possible, humanly possible for a person to analyze this amount of data. Today we talk about big data analytics. Tell what computer will do. All you do is bring in a person who can program it. You can even teach a machine what to do. My robot knows what to do, and my machine knows how to work with the robot, and the robot knows how to work with the machine. Then we are talking about machine learning. How will you teach the machine? Benda ni semua boleh buat. Sebab benda ni dah boleh buat. Kalau kita tak buat, maknanya kita di era ketinggalan. Dan era ketinggalan semakin lama semakin batas. It's becoming more and more rapid. So therefore, the distance you're going to be left out, the amount of areas you're going to be left out is a lot more faster now than before. Before you can say, I buat tahun depan, lagi 2 tahun, I boleh lagi 5 tahun, you boleh. Lani, you tunggu 5 bulan, mungkin esok tak ada business. Somebody already taken over your. So now it is a challenge of capability, a challenge of ability, kebolehan. How are you going to reduce a lead time? I kata seminggu, dia kata 2 hari. I kata 2 ringgit, dia kata RM1. Padahal produknya sama. Jadi nak buat macam mana? PM kata dia ada 5 program. Yang ni ada another new competitor kata ada 10 program. Mai pilih. So now it is the survival of the fittest. And the survival of the fittest has become so much easier because of all the digital technologies of Industry 4.0. You understand how important is Digital 4.0 now? It is about everything what we are doing today. It is not just about manufacturing here. Just now I spoke about banking. Banking dia tak buat produk, dia tak buat kereta apa. It is a service industry. So I've just spoken to you what digital technology have done in the banking industry. You talk about IoT, you talk about big data analytics, everything is happening, have already happened in bank. Okay. So that is the journey. Later we will talk about world-class productivity as well. Next. Okay, when we talk about smart manufacturing, there's a lot of things. I've already briefly spoken about everything. Right? In fact, the data sources, equipment, tools, sensors, actuators, and all that. They are all standard today. Dulu kena create. Then tak perlu. One phone call. Everything is standard. Now automate. It's not difficult. You want to link machine. It's not difficult. It is so easy today because it is all standardized. So what is so amazing about Industry 4.0 kalau banding dengan 3.0? 3.0 ada banyak standardization did not happen. Lot of standardization did not happen. But Industry 4.0, it is a complete standardized application of digital technologies. And the solutions become so much easy, so everywhere there is consultant. IoT ada consultant, now what cloud computing ada consultant. You want to do big data analytics ada consultant. Why? Because it's all standardized today. A lot of people can do it. Okay? And it is very low cost. Next. Okay, so this is an inevitable transition. I think I've already been talking about that, right? Okay, so here we are talking about whatever you do, global competitiveness. See, it is not about whether you're competitive in Selangor or in Malaysia. It's not about that. Today it's a borderless world. I've been exposed to so many countries outside Malaysia. In fact, I'm less in Malaysia than compared to outside, most of the time outside, which is also good because I'm able to assess a lot of things in relation to our own country, right? So when we talk about global competitiveness, it is not about what you can do. It's not about what your company can do. It is what the world can do. If what you can do it is not globally competitive, there will be another guy calling you, maybe from Bombay. Hey, you need this big data analytics, I can come and do all these things for you. How come there is a guy calling me from Bombay, you know? Padahal I ini ada guy KL. And they can give you a better solution. Solution can come from any part of the world. Alright? That means business can be operated from any part of the world. The question is, are you globally competitive? Because there's a lot of monopoly market which is already been disrupted. Like taxi was a monopoly one day, right? Some years ago, taxi was a monopoly market. Is taxi a monopoly market today? No more. Because cloud computing is possible, everything is possible, everything you can put up in the clouds, GPS, everything is working in the clouds. You don't need all these big computers anymore. Panggil Grab, just like came with Grab. Tak susah, tak payah perlu taxi. Right? Okay, so then the next thing is the demanding market changes. The market is changing very, very quickly. Are you responding quick enough? Just very important. If you are not responding quick enough, it is the survival of the fetus. It is not survival of siapa dah banyak duit. It is those days what we always talk about. The big fish will eat the small fish. Lari loh. Is the fast fish will eat the slow fish. No more big fish, small fish, semua tu dah tak ada. If anyone talking to you about it, it's still in Industry 1.0, not even 3.0. Right? It is the fast fish. It is all about speed. I minta hari ni, boleh tak dapat hari ni. I nak order buku today. Amazon dari US will send you in 3 days. You can order computer from Dell, customized. How many days? Sometimes 24 hours also you can get, depending on your location. Right? 48 hours. Okay, so therefore, to achieve all these things, we also need a step-by-step approach. You cannot just go there and say, I come and buy a solution. Right? So whatever solution you buy, it should deliver these things. Number one, does it reduce lead time? Kalau tak reduce lead time, you buat apa? Oh, nak tunjuk bos kata I need Industry 4.0, tak apa. If that is your objective, tak apa, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, because I have a few companies are doing that. They will turn on all this connected machine, everything, this IoT small, when the boss come in, they will show. When the boss go back, tutup kedai. Is back to basic. Okay, reduce lead time. lower product costs. Like what happened in the banking industry? What used to cost them per transaction maybe 40, 50 ringgit. Today per transaction cost them I think less than 5 ringgit. So what happened? Their cost come down by 50 times. Not 50, 500 times. Right? So cost is very important. Today you can buy from China and it comes out to be cheaper than you buy from Malaysia. Why? Tabao, you can buy from Tabao, right? Alibaba pun ada. Okay. Reduce foreign labor. Why are we depending on foreign labor? Because you ask for the foreign labor, you get none. You want foreign labor, you boleh dapat. But why? When bank can get rid of 80% of their people, why manufacturing cannot? So this is where Industry 4.0 is completely changing the landscape, right? Superior quality. There are a lot of quality which humanly not possible, but robotics and automation can achieve it. Like the vision system. Your eyes can't see, but the vision system can detect, right? Higher levels of customer responsiveness. End of the day, it's all about the customer. You don't do anything for yourself. You don't do anything for your boss. You got to do everything for the customer. The customer is the boss. Okay, so if you are not getting into this, I already mentioned, you either get in or you get out. Dia pilihan dia dua. You either get into this seriously or you get out before you get burned. Because people are going to get you eliminated. You know, it's an elimination game. Today is a game of elimination, right? So the focus must be the technology is available. We can call it advanced technology, we can call it Industry 4.0. Kita nak panggil apa pun tak apa. But what you want to do, you want to achieve is everything readily possible. Okay? And then the response is to become a globally competitive organization. Okay, so to achieve all this, we have developed, along with Myras, we have developed a systematic approach, which I'm going to talk about shortly, which is called the Smart Manufacturing Certification Program. Okay, this is a 6-step approach. See, now implement anything, you need to have a strategy. Kalau kita ada, let's say kita ada 10 machine di sini, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 machines. And then we say, 10 machine ni, I nak automate this machine number 2. Kenapa? Why? Do you have a reason why you want to automate machine number 2? Oh, because ada 4 orang kat sana. So, see, we need to look at process approach. Process approach maknanya, kalau 10 machine, if all the machine is running 40 second, you are limited by what? Limited at 40 second lah. Kalau semua mesin, 10 mesin jalan 10 saat, so you're limited at 40 second, right? So now you want to take one of the machines, you want to make the machine run at 20 second. Bagus ya? Right? You make one of the machine, kata machine nombor 3 nak jalan 20 saat, bagus tak? Bagus ya? After you make the machine, you spend, let's say, katalah 200,000, you make the machine number 3 now run at 20 second. What happened to your output? Increase that? Same. But just now all of you say, spending the money process number 3 tu, betul ya? You need to look at the system. Ni kata ada 10 machine, you need to look at where is your constraint. So this whole automation thing, everything, you should be focusing on your constraint. Kalau kata 10 machine, ada satu machine tu 80 second, the highest. The next is let's say 40 seconds. So now your output is controlled by 80 second. So once you take the 80 second, jadi 40 second, your output jadi apa? Kali 2 lah. Dulu 10 lagi jadi 20. So now what is happening is everybody are jumping into Industry 4.0, automation semua ni, dengan buat benda-benda macam ni. Aku saya jadi terkejut. I said, wow, you spend how much? Wow, ini, wow, robot, wow, automated, wow, apa boleh? But what happened to your final product? Boleh reduce cost tak? Boleh reduce lead time tak? Tak boleh, lead time dia jadi lebih panjang. Saya apa? Nak change over tu, lama. Change over lama habis buat, lama. Dulu boleh buat berapa model? Dulu boleh buat 10 model seminggu. Lah ni 3, okey, tak buat 3. Okay, there ada real example automation dia buka 3 ya. So now what have you done to your product? What have you done to your customer? From 10 you're telling the customer, start bulan depan I give you 3 model. I cannot give you 10 model. Mungkin customer setuju lah. For now lah. Until you get eliminated lah, right? You see guys, this whole industry 4.0, the smart manufacturing need to be understood very, very crystal clearly. What you want to achieve. If it's not reducing your lead time, it's not reducing the cost, ask yourself why. If it's not increasing your productivity, ask yourself why. And we're not talking about one machine, one process, we're talking about the whole system. So we have developed from level 1 to level 6, which I will stop there. Yeah, great, thanks. So it's going to be focused on people, process, and technology. See, to improve the process, you need who? Ramai kita need technology. Tak salah juga. But without people, you cannot improve the process. Without a better process, you cannot bring in a better technology. So they're all connected. Even to operate at a higher level of technology, you also need a much more skillful people, right? So it all starts with people, then the process, then comes the technology. Now with Industry 4.0, I've seen some of the companies making a mistake where this becomes kat sini, di sini. Lepas tu komplain kata dia ni tak cukup pelajaran, dia ni tak cukup training. Padahal technology is the last, it's not the first. Are you ready for the new process? Are you ready for the new technology? Right? Okay, so this is going to be very, very important. Okay, next. This is the framework that we have developed. Okay. So here, this is when we talk about the Industry 4.0 smart manufacturing, the first thing we need to understand is, what am I lacking? What is it that I don't have? Right? So there is a gap assessment which is done by MIRAS. So MIRAS, they have the readiness assessment software. Okay, and once you do that, then you'll know where you are. In fact, I'll show you a little bit of the examples. So we need to start from foundation, upgrading, then readiness, then implementation. This means, before you go into smart manufacturing industry 4.0, you need to finish your foundation and upgrading dulu. And I'll talk about it shortly. Then you become ready to implement. Alright, okay, next. And then so these are the 6 levels. So whenever we talk about this kind of implementation, based on my experience, we embarked in this journey in 2015. You have to go in with your short term, the mid term, and mid term, the long term, to transform your whole organization. It cannot happen like overnight, right? It is not like Maggie Mee. You put 1 minute meat, that's 6 minutes, 1 minute meat in this smart manufacturing. Okay, the first thing is doing the smart manufacturing gap assessment. Level 1, you can see here is a reshaping plan. So here, first of all, we need to understand where is your people, your process. We're not even touching the technology yet, right? So here, from here we will understand where are the capabilities that need to be developed. And here we are talking about a lot to do with the people capability. And then, how good or how bad is your processes? If your processes are making 10% reject, 15% reject, so what do you do? Put a vision system to detect the reject, right? And take it out, right? Yeah, true enough. There's a lot of people doing that. Because dia duit banyak. After investment, 10% reject, ada lagi. Dia detect lagi. So what did he improve? He improved nothing. Actually, he is now spent all the money to detect the reject. Our job is to actually to prevent the defect, not to detect the defect. So it goes back to the process. So then it comes back to our people again. How good are they? What is their problem solving skills? Are they understand about the process? Just now I talked about the 10 machine. We need to find out why one machine is running at 80 seconds. So all those things need to be understood at level 1. Right? Then the level 2 is build the foundation. So here is where we try to develop an organization that is customer centric. Customer centric meaning we are focusing on the whole lean transformation. Where the lean transformation is talking about what is value added and non-value added. How do you create more value? So when you look at your organization, when you do a value stream mapping, you'll find out how much of non-value added activity you need to improve. Okay, so here we are talking about building the people, developing the people, so that they understand how to do the improvements, how to remove the non-value added portion in the organization, and then also the process, how to improve the quality of the processes, how to upgrade the processes. Okay, and then we are also talking about zero defect quality, all those things comes in here. Then the level 3, we are talking about upgrading. So you can see here, reshaping plan, build foundation, upgrading is level 3. So here upgrading, we are talking about upskilling and right skilling. I've never used the word reskilling, which a lot of people in the industry use. Sorry, sir. A lot of people talk about reskilling. I say reskill apa? Carilah right skill. Skill yang betul. Ni reskill, you reskill. After reskill, skill you boleh pakai lah. Tak boleh pakai, reskill buat apa? Anything we do today, you must ask, menambah nilai atau tidak? Kalau tidak menambah nilai, jangan buat. It's called, in English we say waste of time. Merugikan masa, so don't do, right? So we need to do right skilling. I always talk about right skilling. I'm in the industry, I don't want my people to be reskilled. I want all my people to be right skilled. I want you to understand big data analytics. I will train you for that. I'm not going to send you for diploma in computers. I got no time for you to go and get trained for 2 years. I tak ada masalah. You know. So, the next thing is process. Reliable process, capable process. The process got to be capable. So that is where we are talking about level 3. You cannot say you are smart manufacturing, but how your process tak capable. Setiap 10 piece, 1 piece rejected. Tak boleh. Ataupun machine. You know, every machine to break down. Now what's the point? You're not smart manufacturing. Smart manufacturing is supposed to be at international level. It's supposed to world-class productivity, right? Then, talking about level 4 readiness. So, once we have done these 3, only then we come to the readiness level. Right? At the readiness level, that means your people are very good at solving problems, very good at improving the process. They are ready to adopt new technologies. We need people who are able to readily learn and apply. We need this type of people. So we don't need a very big organization, because when they are able to solve all this, you know, the amount of productivity you will achieve just in this 3 level is unbelievable. Okay, then the readiness. So at the readiness level, your quality is good, your process is good, your people are well trained and with the right skills. And then we go into smart manufacturing. Level 5. So here is where we talk about industrial transformation. And a lot of the Industry 4.0, connected factory, everything comes in here. So here, why we are talking about connected factory here, no point, the 10 machine, if all the machines are not capable, you connect all the 10 machines, you get all kinds of data. What are you going to do with that? The first thing is we need to make sure all these machines are capable and well running. Then you connect one machine. In fact, I was at a factory about 3 months ago. He showed me how they connected 250 machines. A lot of machines, 250, the injection molding machine. And then they had this big giant screen, much bigger than this, that will have all the machines on the screen and show you what is happening with each machine. So I said, okay, machine apa you nak buat? Oh, kena hantar my technician lah. Dia pergi dah, dia diri go lah. Tapi tunjuk kat screen ni buat apa? Dia untuk boss lah screen tu. Right? See, the thing is, he already spent, I don't know how many million, $6 or $7 million to connect all this, we should put all the sensors, machine. So now he got so many machines, so much of problem. Nak buat apa? Tak boleh buat apa. Bila bos tak ada, tutup screen. You know, so now, guys, this is what we call korek lubang sendiri. You don't want to do that, right? So we need to make sure, that's why I said, earlier, here we are talking about, here, these two places. Capable process and capable people. If your process is not capable, make your process capable dulu. The machine is not capable, buat machine tu jadi capable dulu. Get your TPM. You know what TPM? Total Productive Maintenance. Buat semua tu. Macam kereta setiap 5,000, 10,000 kena hantar pergi maintenance. You never send to maintenance. Then every time your car is breaking down, you want to fix all kinds of mechanisms in your car for what? No reason, right? Right or not? Right? So get your machines capable dulu, get your process capable, then connect semuanya, then you connect and you get the total benefit. Right? I'm telling you the journey, all this journey don't happen overnight. That's why I said dia tak ada Maggie 2 minit Maggie don't have. You need to do systematic. And once you implement all this, in level 5, we are talking about world-class productivity and being globally competitive. If you cannot do this, then why you do this? If you are not going to compete globally, if you are not going to achieve world-class productivity, you are spending the money in smart manufacturing for what? No reason. But you are not able to compete. And why you cannot compete? You go back to step 1, step 2, step 3 again. What happened to your cost? What happened to your lead time? Right? And the level 6 is where we declare that you are globally competitive. That is level 6. Next. So you can see just now, the 6th level, every level intervention will give you a productivity gain. There's no such thing as you improve your process, you improve your quality, you improve your people, and there's no productivity gain. There's no such thing. What I have seen, my personal experience, all these levels will give you minimum 30% improvement in your productivity. Minimum. In some cases, 50%. So every level you implement, you are going to get money on the table. That money is more than enough for you to invest in your technology. Tak perlu minta duit from your boss. This is your money. All this is your money. And these are all equals to thousands and millions of dollars. Right? The operation in China which we are talking about, we managed to take out from the operation $75 million taken out. $75 million is not small money, right? And then the lead time was reduced by more than half. What used to take something like about 30 weeks, today only take 8 weeks. The whole project. The cost reduced by 1/3. What they used to cost us $5,000 today costs us less than $2,000. Better quality, higher technology, faster lead time, lower cost. This is what we are talking about like this. So if these three things, if you are not attacking, I always talk about three things. Lead time reduce, quality improve, cost reduce. This is how to compete, right? There, tak perlu machine canggih-canggih, you perlu this sticker on it. This is what we really need to compete. So when we talk about this 6th level, we are talking about money on the table all the way. This money is what you reinvest back. Okay, so next. Okay, so I've already spoken about this. Next. Okay, keep going. Alright, so this certification is awarded by MIRAS. Okay, next. Okay, so yeah, this is level 1. I've already spoken to you about what are the things, and there are also the criteria that you will be assessed also during the assessment. Keep going. Level 2, level 3, level 4, 6. This is the final level. Okay, so I want to show you one recent one which we did with one of the company. Is also a semi-SME, MNC kind of a company, quite a big operation also, right? So the first thing we did was the readiness assessment. I'll show you how it looks like. Of course, first thing is we do the people profiling. See where we want to. See this. See the yellow triangle is where they are, and we. Yes, you're right. So we want blue, and a lot of companies are very proud, right? They got a lot of approval for foreign workers. Okay, next. Okay, so here you can see this about technology adoption, where they are. Blue, the outer blue is where we want. What does this tell you? At every level, we want to go from here to here, here to there. That is what I'm talking about. Money on the table, right? Okay, next. Okay, so again continuation. Like here again, the IR4.0 understanding very low. We need to take that up. Smart manufacturing, take that up. Automation level very low. See, so the center green line is where they are. Okay, next. This is their foundation, the manufacturing foundation. How strong is their manufacturing foundation? Okay, like their equipment performance tracking is only 10%. You want to connect these machines? The answer is, yeah, they want to. The boss is willing to give the money. I said, go fix the machine. Well, machine become efficient first. You know, all these things, you've got to do all these things first. Right? Okay, next. Okay, so of course the conclusion based on the management commitment and all that, then we will look at whether they are ready for level 1 implementation. Because to be ready for level 1 implementation, the organization must be capable also. Okay, we want to do the smart manufacturing implementation, but the organization is not capable, also cannot. Right? So in this case, we concluded the next step is let's go for that. Okay, next. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do in smart manufacturing transition. How do we go from here and how to make the blue box like that? Okay? So this simply means we are going to improve from here to here, to here, here to here, here. All these are different elements. Like this, the technology element, process, people, reshaping plan. This is smart manufacturing assessment. Okay, next. Okay, so that's all I have sharing. I know it was pretty quick, pretty fast. Well, that's all the time I have. So thank you very much. Thank you.
In your slide, you show that to reach the level 1, one of the requirements requires 50% Wi-Fi. I'm from TM and I'm Chato. Spider. Next, before. I think the second last one.
Okay, see, why for employees? See, when you talk about learning organization, And if they have no access to Wi-Fi, how are they going to Google? Macam mana dia nak check? Email pun tak boleh baca. Right? So, what smart manufacturing are talking about? Right? Ada organisation that tak mau bagi Wi-Fi. Dia kata Wi-Fi untuk staff ni, yang ni semua tak boleh bagi. Many people are like that. Yeah. The main Facebook is a different issue. You know, actually it is a major safety issue. Any company allowing compute ni, iPhone, patut operate machine, tiba-tiba tengok, tangan I hilang pula. Ada. These cases happened before. The guy finally got the whole hand climbed inside the machine, and we couldn't save his hand. But when we went there, we found his handphone on the floor. Then you know why the handphone on the floor? He was looking at the message. So this is the problem with the leadership. It's an organizational leadership issue. How can you have a guy playing with Facebook and operating a machine? This is a discipline issue because we are talking about smart manufacturing industry 4.0. We need to be very focused. You want to check your Facebook, you have your break time. And many companies, you cannot even take the phone inside the operating floor because it intercepts with the signals, machine signals. Security as well. Tak boleh ambil gambar pun.
Can I suggest we're going to have a question and answer here. So as I mentioned earlier, please register your to be fair to the second speaker. Right?